the Global Youth Ambassadors Program.
Think global.
Adolescence is a wonderful time and a great transitional period into adulthood.
The Global Youth Ambassadors Program was founded in 2008. I had a vision back then for young people to have an opportunity to go overseas and have a transformative experience.
There is nothing better than learning about life from a global perspective.
Back in 2008, about 15 young people from Fulton County went to South Africa. And since that wonderful experience, we've gone to Mexico and Costa Rica and Panama and Brazil and Turkey and Germany and China.
The Global Youth Ambassadors Program is a leadership, education, and global initiative that targets high school students.
I can serve a greater purpose beyond the scope of my neighborhood.
It helps them become competitive in the global economy.
Learning from an international perspective broadens my awareness.
This year, our participants really put their preparatory training to task. The program began with a semester-long leadership training curriculum conducted on the campus of the Georgia Institute of Technology.
The training curriculum at Georgia Tech was an outstanding one. I had a lot of fun learning Spanish, and I gained a lot of knowledge as it pertains to cultures and the people and the diversity of both Costa Rica and Panama.
The goal is to prepare program participants for a unique and exciting journey to remember, embarking upon a 2-week multicultural immersion experience between 2 countries.
Some of the most memorable moments for me during the trip were really to see the relationships between the students grow throughout the duration of the trip. I mean, you have to think that we have students from several different schools coming together, and they didn't know each other. So watching the relationships and the friendships form was very, very amazing for us.
We saw a lot of wildlife in Costa Rica, particularly the three-toed sloth. We went to the sloth sanctuary and got a view of those, and that's very rare.
One of the things I learned about the three-toed sloth is that their claws are 3 to 4 inches long. That makes walking on the ground difficult. So that's why you usually spot them in the trees. They call home. Up there, they're usually eating or sleeping. And they sleep for 15 to 20 hours a day.
We actually got to encounter a mother sloth with their baby, and that was really awesome to see.
Sloths are lazy for sure, but they have great talents too. Being excellent swimmers, the three-toed sloths can swim in rivers and large ponds with ease.
Each day was filled with so much adventure. And in between the experiences, we got a chance to fellowship and communicate about everything we saw. Not only did we enjoy ourselves in the forest, but we also enjoyed ourselves at the beach and still learned. Our tour guide pointed out the white-faced monkeys that were native to Costa Rica.
The white-faced monkeys were actually really interesting little creatures. They're not afraid of humans. They came right up to you. They come around lunchtime because a lot of the visitors and tourists feed them.
The white-faced monkey is commonly seen throughout all of Costa Rica, and not usually alone. Being social animals, they travel in troops of 10 to over 30.
And that was just part of the adventure. On day 11, our journey continued as we crossed the border into Panama. From there, we got on a plane to fly to Panama City.
Our trip to Old Panama was equally exciting.
Which had more of a French feel, and some of the buildings were older, and a lot of the modern day technology was kind of intertwined with some of the older buildings.
It was founded in 1519. It was the first city and settlement on the Pacific Ocean. Since then, it's become a major attraction for tourists like us.
We also got an amazing opportunity to visit the indigenous people that live in that area and had a canoe ride to their land. We had a home meal that they prepared for us, and they talked about the different ways that they create jewelry and different things that you can, that they make and hand make that they sell to support their families. So that was a really awesome experience, one that I know myself and the students that were visiting will never forget.
Overall, the spirits of our hosts had a unique grace about it. Not only were they very nice and hospitable, they seemed content with the quality of living. This is something I'll never forget. The Panama Canal is another interesting place. The Panama Canal connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. The canal cuts across Panama and is a key conduit for international maritime trade. There was so much to see and learn.
We build in a service learning component where our young people go overseas and they give. We went to an elementary school, and these young people in this small town, they were so excited when our young people showed up. They danced, they sang, they shared some cultural stories. We gave them some books and supplies, and so oftentimes we kind of take these things for granted, but in a poor, impoverished area, a developing country, something as simple as books and supplies go a whole lot. And so to see these young people who are in elementary school, who could be no more than 8, 9, and 10 years old, receiving pencils and pens and books and notebooks from American students, it was a very touching experience. A show of compassion, a show of cultural, mutual respect, and it was a wonderful exchange between our students and theirs.
Overall, the trip was a huge success. The students loved the experience. They got close. They have friendships now that they will have for the rest of their lives, and the experience that we gave them was so rewarding, and just the experience that we had ourselves is unforgettable, and we're really looking forward to next year.
Noteworthy sites visited by the students were Manuel National Park, Arenal Volcano, Don Juan Educational Farm, Tirambina Reserve, and the Panama Canal. These landmarks helped the Global Youth Ambassador Program participants set a new standard for global education, leadership, and community service.
I appreciate Chairman John Eaves for doing this. This wasn't just a mediocre experience. This was a fantastic and really amazing experience that a lot of people don't get to experience in their lifetime.
This is definitely proof that it takes a village to raise a child, and without your support and your continued support, we will not be able to continue this program, and we want to make sure that we're able to do that for years to come.
We're so excited about our trip next year, and we would like you to join us.
The Global Youth Ambassadors Program works to create a world-class, well-traveled student leadership that desire the ability to impact the world.
Representing the collective body of students, I would say the Global Youth Ambassadors Program left us all with an experience that's life-changing, motivating me to think global.